Hello everyone, welcome to episode 1 of my review series, Top 10 Underground Anime and Manga. Now let's take a look at this graph. Or maybe it's a chart. Fuck it, just look. I've cleverly devised this easy system for rating the status of anime. It's very simple. Based on inferred popularity of a series, you place it in its appropriate spot on the graph. Now, there are some that don't really fit in anywhere, so just shove them between the blocks. It's okay, really. They don't mind. Anyway, I'm doing this to inform those that don't know about them. Since they're underground, at least in my eyes, not many people do know about them, but I know many people would enjoy them if they did. So number 10 is Guin Saga. Now, Guin Saga just barely made the top 10 list. It's incredibly dull much of the time, and there are many character inconsistencies. For instance, until about halfway through the series, Prince Ramus is a total crybaby. Then, in an instant, his character shifts to brooding wannabe badass, which quickly evolves into a bad Sasuke impersonation. What I would laughably call the plot is royal siblings Prince Ramus and Princess Renda traveling the land with Guin, an epic hard-ass with a leopard head, Suni, an insignificant monkey girl, and Esteban, a wandering mercenary looking to become a king while trying to restore Paris, their kingdom which was destroyed by the antagonist nation Mongol. There are a great variety of people, creatures, and cultures, and I would say that it did a wonderful job at creating a world of its own, unique to any other. Unfortunately for Guin Saga, I saw Avatar: The Last Airbender before I saw it. Nearly everything is ripped straight from Avatar. From the characters to the political figures, from the art style to the journey itself, it's Avatar. So I bet you're wondering, if it sucks so much, why is it in your top 10? Well, what it certainly lacks in being a competent series, it more than makes up for in the action scenes. The series has some of the most extravagant, bizarre fight sequences I've ever seen. There's one part I'll never forget where Guin, severely weakened, fights off roughly 7 armed Mongol soldiers with his bare hands. At one point, he punches a soldier so hard he goes flying across the clearing into a tree, denting it, and skidding through it, and setting the tree on fire with the consequential sparks of the skidding. And it only gets better from there. Which brings me to the best part of the series, Guin himself. Guin wound up being the only reason I finished the series. He's one of the hardest badasses I've ever seen in fiction, period. Not just anime, not just cartoons, not just TV, fiction. The best part is that while he's very humble, he knows he's awesome. He's the best fighter in the show, felling enemies that have been built up and praised over a course of many episodes without even breaking a sweat. He's quick on his feet, a brilliant military strategist, and seems to know everything there is to know about the inner workings of both the political and natural environment in the series. Anyway, what quite possibly irked me the most about this series is that they completely deter from the original path of the story. Apparently, the leopard head on Guin's body is a mere mask, which, while it left me greatly disappointed knowing that the possibility of there being an entire society of Guins had been completely shot, I was able to deal with. However, Guin has no memory of his life before getting the leopard mask, and they play it off like part of the adventure will be discovering Guin's identity and origin, but it winds up being conspicuously dropped from the series around episode 4. I would have recommended to the writer to keep Guin and scrap everything else in this story and start fresh, focusing on Guin. But this is just the anime I'm talking about. There is a manga, and I have not read it, nor do I plan to read it, for fear of it being as bad as the anime. Overall, however, I did enjoy the series. I'll recommend it to some people, but not to everybody. If you're one of the 11 people in the world that have actually watched or read this, let me know what you thought. If you liked it, give it the old thumbs up, and I'll see you next time with number 9.